Welcome you all to EVS class. Dear student, in the last class we have discussed about what is ecosystem. It consists of two components, abiotic and abiotic, means living and non-living. And within the living component we have consumers, producers and consumers. They are the chain of producer and consumers. So consumers are dependent on the producers. So how energy flow occur in the ecosystem, because plant receive the energy from sun, then they transfer this energy to the consumer, the chain of consumer. Now today we are going to discuss about the energy flow in the ecosystem. Energy flow in ecosystem. So these are the different subtopics related to this cellular respiration, ecological life, producer, consumer, because living component can be divided into producer and consumer. Okay, so these are all components of the food chain. In the ecosystem, energy flow occur through food chain. We also characterize consumers. Okay, herbivores, omnivores. Okay. Because in the environment we get energy. Are you getting my voice? So in the picture you can see the plant receive energy from sun, then plant uses carbon dioxide, then they produce the oxygen, and they also transfer the energy to the consumers. This figure will show the photosynthesis reaction, how the photosynthesis occur. So plant leaves absorb the solar radiation and they form the glucose, they form the food. So this reaction is known as photosynthesis. In the reaction you can see here, like sugar plus carbon dioxide plus sunlight, it produces glucose and oxygen. So the reaction is shown in the two parts. So here you can clearly see the carbon dioxide is used and sunlight is used. So this occur in the presence of chlorophyll. 6 molecule of water and 6 molecule of carbon dioxide, it makes glucose in the presence of sunlight. So plant need the help of water also. So water is extracted from soil, and with the help of soil plant also absorb the nutrients, and then nutrients are then transferred from. So here in the figure this is clear, the energy is transferred from sun to plants, okay, and food is synthesized. The reaction is known as photosynthesis. We are here to discuss the energy flow. So in this slide you can see the energy flow occur by the reaction of photosynthesis. So it is the starting point. Cellular respiration occur, because of cellular respiration there is the production of carbon dioxide. We all produce the carbon dioxide, all the animals including plant also. So it is generated during the respiration activity, and producer and consumers are the component of the food chain, because energy flow occur by food chain. Herbivores, omnivores and carnivores, these are the categories of consumers, and scavengers and play the role of decomposition and transformation. And energy flow occurs through the food chain. Energy is transferred from one trophic level to another. So plant is the producer level is known as one trophic level, and the trophic level is primary consumer, then secondary consumer. These are another subsequent trophic level. Interconnection between all the food chain, it makes the food web, and we can explain the flow of energy, flow of biomass, or using ecological pyramids. So these are the subtopics. So here in the figure you can, we also have another figure in which the sunlight is absorbed by the plants, then they take the carbon dioxide, they produce the oxygen. These are beautiful figures. So all the animals are dependent on the plants, herbivores animals especially. In the second figure you can see there is a different level of the producer and consumers are shown. Okay, this is the energy pyramid. So how the energy transfer, as we move up, then there is the less energy, because the less energy is transferred to the next trophic level. It is 10% only 10% energy is transferred from one trophic level to another. So energy get reduced, the amount of energy get reduced when we move upward, like producer to consumer. So in the food web you can see there is an interconnection between the different food chains. It makes the network. This is known as food web. So energy transfer occur using these food web and food chain. And energy pyramid is the way to show flow of energy, that less amount of energy is transferred. Means the whole energy that is received by the plant from the sun. So all amount of the energy is not getting transferred from producer to animals. So only 10% energy get transferred from one trophic level to another. So energy pyramid shows this concept, because in the using the pyramid we can explain. So plant was receiving the that is called net gross primary productivity, but they only transfer 10% energy to the next level, that is consumer level. Okay, here in the figure you can see the energy coming from sun. 100% energy is coming, suppose, so it is 60 reflected by the atmosphere, reflected by the clouds. So energy reflected by atmosphere, that is 6%, energy reflected by cloud, that is 20%, reflected from Earth's surface, that is 4%. So here by the red arrows also we can see different types of energy like 64% and 6%. So you can see like 7% energy is used in the conduction and rising air. This is 7% absorbed by the cloud. From this is 3% and absorbed by the atmosphere, that is 16%, and radiated to the space from clouds and atmosphere, this is 64%. So this energy is absorbed, okay, radiated. So 6% energy is radiated directly to the space from earth, and radiation absorbed by the atmosphere, that is 15%. So in the red and yellow arrow you can see different parts of the energy where it goes. What is the sun emit the total 100% of energy. Okay, 19% absorbed by the atmosphere and clouds, if we see in total. Now 30% reflected by clouds or earth surface. 0.023% absorbed by plants. So only small amount of energy is absorbed by the plants. Okay. Now you can see the how much powerful is the sun. You can think of the energy emitted by the sun. So we are unable, like plants are also unable to absorb the energy. Only small part of energy is absorbed by the sun, by the plant. Okay, the 0.023% energy is very small amount of the total energy. So due to that we are now in the phase of developing the photovoltaic device. So that can absorb more and more energy from the sun, that can be used as the electrical energy. So now in the photosynthesis, this is the process that converts solar energy into chemical energy. Okay, so this is the process where the sun energy is converted into chemical energy in the form of glucose, sugar, organic food. So this reaction occurs in the plants. So plants are known as producer because they trap the energy from sun and they convert this energy into chemical energy. So that makes its own energy rich food compound using the sun energy. So on the land, major producers are green plant because plant contain chlorophyll which captures light energy. So in the reaction that is shown in at the bottom, you can see like carbon dioxide is mixed with water. In the presence of light energy, sunlight energy, they produce the sugar and oxygen. So carbon dioxide is exhaled by the animals in the environment. Then in turn the animal get the oxygen from the photosynthetic reaction, because oxygen is produced by using the carbon dioxide. So you can see in this figure the carbon dioxide is used and it is absorbed by the leaf, then carbohydrates are produced and oxygen is also produced. That is the aim of all these figures. So during the photosynthesis there is the formation of okay, this is the short video, we can watch this. Are you all able to?
If you want to know how a plant grows, it takes water, air and sunlight and makes cellulose. Every plant can do this fundamental process, and we can call this photosynthesis. Unlike me and you, plants need CO2, and they make oxygen that stops us turning blue. Every plant can do this fundamental process, and we can call this photosynthesis. It's a miracle how all the chlorophyll captures sunlight in the leaves of the plants and the trees. A plant of any size can do it if it tries, but we're not green so we can't photosynthesize. Every plant can do this fundamental process, and we can call this photosynthesis. It's a miracle how all the chlorophyll captures sunlight in the leaves of the plants and the trees. Every plant can do this fundamental process, and we can call this photosynthesis. Every plant can do this fundamental process, and we can call this photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
This was the video by the website www.kidsinglish.com. So you can watch the more videos related to the environment on this site. Good video. So I think now you have understood about the photosynthesis, or you already knew about this reaction. So cellular respiration, in this process sugar is converted into carbon dioxide and water and energy. So this is another transformation, because when the plant eat the food produced by the when the animal eat the food produced by the plant, it is again converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy. So energy is transferred from one trophic level to another. Means energy transferred from, first the energy transfer from plants to, like plant absorb the energy, then they transfer this energy to animals, the consumer level, and organism uses this energy to do all the work. So by the respiration, when we do the respiration is way to produce the energy also. We inhale the oxygen from the environment, then we produce the carbon dioxide. So in this process what we are doing? We are doing the cellular respiration, means our food is also getting oxidized during this process. Whenever we inhale the oxygen, it goes into in our body. So this oxygen is used to perform metabolic activities, so that the food can be digested, food can be oxidized, and after that process carbon dioxide and water is produced. So by the photosynthesis oxygen is produced, food is produced, and by the respiration carbon dioxide, water and energy is produced. So this is the way how the energy gets transferred from producer to consumer. Photosynthesis and cellular respiration, this is also the same thing is shown in this. What is created in one direction is used up in the other reaction. Means energy flows from one direction, from plants to animals. So here by the arrow it is being shown, like this the product sugar plus oxygen. Again the sugar plus oxygen, it is used by the animals to produce the energy, because that is their way to extract the energy from the chemical. So they do the respiration. Respiration is the reaction that converts food into energy. And using the carbon dioxide and water, again the oxygen and sugar is produced, because we exhale carbon dioxide into the nature environment. Then this carbon dioxide is used up by the plant for the photosynthesis. So this is the process, cyclic process. So here you can see there is a connection between these two, means this is the cyclic process. By the one reaction photosynthesis where sugar and oxygen is produced, then this sugar is used by the animals as an energy source, and carbon dioxide and energy and water is produced by that reaction by the cellular respiration. So cellular respiration is way to get the energy. Whenever we do the breathing, that means we are getting the energy also. So in our body, the digestion is going on, the respiration is going on to produce the energy. So that is, so we should do it carefully. We should inhale proper oxygen to do that process, so that this process can be done properly. So many organs cannot photosynthesize. We cannot photosynthesize. Only plant can photosynthesize. So consumer get energy from the plant. To obtain usable energy from foods, consumers undergo cellular respiration. So how we are getting the energy? We do the respiration and we get the energy. If we can't respire, then we cannot be alive. Photosynthesis, and we completely rely on the sun. No sun means no photosynthesis. If there is no sun, if there, okay. See, if there is only the cloudy season, the photosynthesis rate is very low. No food for the plant, no food for the, there is very less amount. So no sun, no life on the earth, because sun is here, so it is the source of energy in the universe. So this basis behind the dinosaur extinction. Oh, because at that time there was a big animal. In the time of the dinosaurs, the plant, there was not a big plant to absorb the more energy, so that they can synthesize the food for the dinosaurs. So that was the reason behind the extinction of dinosaur. Dinosaur extinction, a huge asteroid is thought to have hit the earth near Mexico, which sent up so much dust it actually blocked the sun for many years. Okay, so it happened. So the energy was not reached to that region, so that became responsible for the death of the dinosaurs. So this was the theory behind the dinosaur extinction. So it is shown in the like figure. Deep ocean, shallow ocean are shown. Impact site. So impact site has been shown in the orange color. You can see on the map. You can see impact site. It is shown in the, so near the equator, means above the equator line. You can see impact site. So here, so this was the all about this, like how the photosynthesis is responsible for the energy flow. So energy is received by the plant, and it is transferred from plant to the animals, means producer. Plants are the producer transfer the energy from to consumers. Food web is the way to transfer all the energy from one animal to another, for one step to another. Like animal receive the energy, animal dependent on the plant, like we dependent on the plant for the vegetarian food. We eat the vegetarian food. Animals also eat the vegetarian food, like goat and other animals, they receive the energy. Then the primary consumers are eaten by the secondary consumers. Then tertiary consumers feed on the secondary consumers. So like this, the energy get transferred from one trophic level to another. So these are the things we will discuss in the next class. Only less amount of energy transferred from one trophic level to another. 10% energy is transferred from one level to another, not whole energy. So equally, so energy get transferred from producer to consumer. So producers are mainly the plant, tree, grass, algae, and consumers are the living things that eat producers and other consumers. So this is the way how the energy get transferred from one trophic level to another. So within the category of the different category of the consumers, there are the different kind of animal. We can make the category now.